Hey guys, welcome back to Just About Average, and today I'm going to show you one technology that I use all the time to help save me money. Let's take a look. Okay, so I was heading home from work today and I got the bad news that we had a leak in our kitchen sink. We had water all over the floor. I was going to have to take care of it when I got home. Just talking to my wife on the phone, I had a general idea of what the issue was. This isn't a plumbing channel, so I'm not going to go into too much detail on how I fixed anything like that. But what the issue is where this drain connects underneath the sink, and there's an issue going on in there. My main point of this video is that I need to get that ring off. There's a special tool for that. I took a trip down to Lowe's. It's 10, almost $11 before taxes, and that's something, if I need it, that's fine, but I didn't want to have to pay for it if I didn't need to pay for it. So what I did is I decided to look up and see if I could find something for my 3D printer, and this is of course the technology I'm talking about that I use all the time to really help me save quite a bit of money. This thing, just different tools I've needed around the house, different repairs, is something that's paid for itself over and over again. So we're going to take a look at kind of what I did and see how much I saved by having this. Again, it's nothing I would purchase, for one repair, but it is something I use all the time. So let's take a look. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up Thingiverse. That's one of the more popular websites that has a lot of models and different designs that other people have built. You've got access. Most of them are going to be free, and there's a lot of options on here. So I'm going to see if there is something on here that I can use. So we are going to search up here for a sink basket tool. I'm just going to start with sink basket, see what comes up. And we've got a lot of different basket options. Let's take a look. And yep, sink basket socket right here. So we're going to click on that, and there's a lot of options out there, but we've got it pulled up. It looks like they have a socket, and then they have just kind of a hand wrench. Look down, you can see that's the ring that we were talking about, that we're needing to either tighten up if it's just loose, or we might need to actually take it apart and to fix the sink. But this is going to be the tool that we need. So all you got to do is go to Thing Files and download. And once we download that, we are going to move it over to a program called Cura. That's where you actually print from. And this is going to be the thing that actually makes the code for your printer. So let's take a look here. I'm not going to go into the settings. Again, 3D printer is something that that has its own channels you're going to look at. I'm just talking about the amount it saves me. So I'm going to take a quick look here. I'm pretty happy with all of the settings on here that I've got. So I'm going to have it create the program, and it'll tell us, okay, so you can see right down here at the bottom, it's going to cost us $1.01. Take about 5.5 hours to print. Yeah, I've talked before on this about on this channel about opportunity cost, which means if it's going to take you longer to do than it's worth, just spend the money and get it. This is taking a lot longer than just buying it at Lowe's, but it's nothing that I have direct input on. I'm going to just get it going, and I'll check in when it's done. I've got other stuff I can be doing. And so honestly, this is going to be overall less of your time than going down to Lowe's, picking it up, coming back. Get this started, and then just pop it off when we're done. Okay, so we've got the printer turned on. It's going to start going. And after I did tweak the settings, so after about 4.5, almost 5 hours, we will have a part done, and we'll be able to get started on that work. Until then, I've got plenty of other projects I'm going to start working on, and I will check back in on this here in a couple hours. Okay, guys, as you can see in that last clip, that tool fit on there perfectly. I was able to take care of the job and didn't have to buy that more expensive tool. And so that right there saved me, I think, total was right around $9-10 between the difference in what I've printed and the tool I could have bought at the store. And this isn't the only thing I've used it for. I use this a lot for printing different tools that I can use around the house, different tools in my shop. When everything started last year, I was printing ear savers, stuff for masks, just to make things more comfortable or easy. When I was restoring my bike earlier in the year, I was able to print off that little blue piece right there. And that right there is a rubber material. It was a little bit more expensive to use for printing, but it was still only like $2 or $3 a piece, and I needed 4 of them. The cheapest I could find them online at the time was about $80 a piece. It's an older bike. They don't really make that part as much anymore, and it's one of the most notorious parts on that bike for wearing out. Between the 4, I was able to save myself about $320. Printer itself is less than that, so just in that one repair it covered the cost of the actual printer. These can usually be found under $200. It does go up and down a little bit on price, but that's a pretty safe estimate. So this is something I highly recommend. There's a little bit of a learning curve, but honestly there's a lot of information out there. The printer I use is the Creality Ender 3 Pro. You'll get a lot of people that recommend this one. It, in my opinion, has the biggest user base and the biggest online support. Anything that you do have an issue with, there's been plenty of other people that have had that issue in the past, and there's a lot of information online about how to fix it. There's a couple different upgrades that are always recommended. In the description, I'm going to include a link to this printer that I use, as well as an upgrade kit that I recommend and the brand of filament that works the best for me. It's always good to try out a few different brands, see which one's going to work best for your printer. If you found this useful, go ahead and hit that like button. Feel free to comment down below if you are into 3D printing, different ways that you've used it to save money, ways that it's been useful around your house. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button to see my future videos. Thank you and have a great day.